Yeah, so the team came back at a good fitness level. We're really excited. The intensity at training has been phenomenal. The leadership on our team from our players, all of our returners, they know what it's going to take to keep us at that level. So we're really excited how the intensity has been. We've been focusing on ourselves and how we want to play, and that's just what we're going to keep focusing on as we go into our play and our non-conference play of just perfecting and playing our style of play. Our experience is definitely what has kept this intensity going so far in preseason. The fifth years that have come back brought that experience and intensity back. I mean, some of them are playing their best soccer right now with Jenny, Christine, Yaz, and Tara, so they know what it takes. But then the true seniors, just what they're knowing going into their senior year, they want to end on that high. They want to be making the conference tournament and competing for a championship. So we have Molly coming back that's holding down our defense. You know, Siani that's back in there as well. Then Ange coming back off injury, but then up into the attack, we got Whitney, who's making a big difference just from her leadership and keeping the team up top connected. But then our juniors have definitely owned this as their team as well. So I'm really proud of how they have responded and have come in this year, that junior class, of taking that next step and being difference makers on the field. So we're really excited for that group to continue to grow. But the younger players, I mean, our sophomores, this was their first preseason since they didn't get one last year, and our freshmen. So just getting those two classes on the same page as us has been great, and they've gotten acclimated and adjusted really well. And there's a lot of promise and talent in those classes. I think definitely with COVID last year, it changed things. It was challenging. All schools, all sports had to deal with it. And I think it definitely took us out of our element for our team. It was definitely a humbling experience, switching conferences, and I think it was a great learning curve, unfortunately, for our team, that we have to prove ourselves again. We can't just come in and say, hey, we made the tournament in this other conference, we're going to be doing the same. And that's our goal. I mean, it knocked us down a peg, but it only made us hungrier. And that's what we're focusing on now, of what it's going to take for us to get there. Because it's a great conference, you know, and we have to figure out how we have to play in that conference to be successful. So in a lot of positions, we have a lot of depth. We got to stay healthy so we can keep that depth and keep going, but the advantage of that is players are pushing themselves. You know, we have the freshmen that come in and want to make a difference, looking at Caroline in the midfield, showing how she can be a threat getting us into our attack, and players like Kira and Danny and Taylor that have made an impact right away in our scrimmage. But now it's just that consistency, and that's our team gelling and staying together so we can keep our depth going as well. So we kick off this season with 4 really tough opponents. We have 2 Big East opponents, one ACC and Monmouth, who is 10 years in a row NCAA tournament team. So that level right there, and the reason we did that is we want to test ourselves. You know, we want to know up against the best of where we ultimately want to be. So going in, we know it's going to be challenging. The results might not fall our way, but we have to solidify what we're doing. So for us this season, yes, our ultimate goal is making the America East tournament. But before that, we need to start getting results as a team. And that's big for us. I think it's big for the freshmen to come in, and those are going to be some big games for them. But if they're tested right away, then that's the norm that we're looking at.